What are the benefits of kindness to parents? Outcomes. We talked about outcomes of Saliyah Rahim in general. We mentioned few things. But in addition to those general ones, what are the specific benefits for Saliyah Rahim with respect to parents or kindness to the parents? One thing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would be pleased with you. It is narrated that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wrote in Lawh Mahfuz, in the preserved tablet, in Lawh Mahfuz, this is the first thing that Allah has written. Inni la ilaha illa ana. Truly there is no God other than me. Man radhiya anhu walidah fa'ana anhu radhin. Whoever his parents are pleased with him or her, I am pleased with him or her. What a simple and easy way. If you keep your parents pleased, you have done most of the journey already. Sometimes we are looking for some strange ways, to go to heaven. The way to heaven is first to please your parents. Most of the way is just from here. Of course, you have to be clever enough to please your parents without displeasing Allah, without displeasing your family, because sometimes maybe parents expect something against your wife or husband, or sometimes maybe. So you have to be clever how to keep them happy, but do things according to our standards. Yeah, you cannot do zulm to your wife or husband because of your parents. You cannot do zulm to your sister or brother because of your parents. But still you cannot say, I don't bother about my parents. You have to keep them very happy and pleased, but be creative. Think, how can I give everyone his or her do right without sacrificing rights of some people for the sake of others? Mu'min has to be clever. Some people just find the shortcut. Whatever my mother says, I do it. My mother says, divorce your wife, I do it. My mother says, don't give her attention, I do. No, this is not the way you have to. You have to do what your parents want, but in a way that you don't compromise about your other duties and responsibilities. And normally, parents, for the most part, not always, they are easy to please. If you respect them, you love them, and there is a situation that you cannot really do what they want, they understand. Most of the parents don't demand too much. They demand very little. You have to prove that you love them. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, يفتح أبواب السماء بالرحمة في أربعة مواضع. The gates of heaven, the sky, are opened in 4 circumstances. عند نزول المطر. When rain is coming, it's a good time to pray. So once I said, pious people pray for rain and rain comes. Clever people, when rain is coming, pray. Either one of the two. So, this is one. Number 2. وَعِنْدَ نَظَرِ الْوَالِدِ فِي وَجْهِ الْوَالِدَيْنِ. When you look at with kindness to your parents, the gates of heaven are open. So if at time you pray something, even if other people at that time who are present, if they pray, there is a chance that the prayer will be accepted. And now imagine if you look with your parents look at parents with kindness, and they pray for you. That's like a miracle. Whenever you have big problems, the key is ask your parents to pray for. It's very difficult to be not working unless there's something that there's no maslaha. Otherwise, prayer of parents for a child who is respectful to parents is very difficult to be not accepted. Number 3, وَعِنْدَ فَتْحِ بَابِ الْكَعْبَةِ. If the door of Kaaba is open, that's when the gates of heaven are open. وَعِنْدَ النِّكَاحِ, when there is marriage. This is why when we do khutbatul nikah, we make also some prayer after recitation of, because that's a very blessed time that two people get married under the observation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and commit themselves to a pious life. Gates of heaven are open. Imam Baqir alayhi salam said, أربع من كن فيه من المؤمنين أسكنه الله في أعلى عليين في غرف فوق غرف في محل الشرف كل الشرف. What can you say better than this? There are 4 things that if a mu'min has them, Allah will put him in heaven in the highest place, in a room which is the highest and with maximum honor. You will not be just in a simple place. This is one of those groups. Man anfaqa ala waliday, the one who spends on his parents, does infaq to his parents. Warafaqa bihima, and is very considerate with the parents. Wabarrahuma, and is kind to parents. Walam yahzunhuma, doesn't make them sad. This is the power of kindness to parents, and this is mercy of Allah. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for something which is our basic human duty, yeah? In the whole world, if I have to be kind, at least I have to be kind to my parents. So it's my basic duty. But Allah has put the highest levels of heaven available for people who just do this basic, that they are kind to their parents. Unfortunately, many times we even don't achieve this. Musa alayhi salam had munajat with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The hadith from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. It says, when Musa was doing munajat with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إِذَا رَأَى رَجُلًا تَحْتَ ظِلَّ عَرْشِ اللَّهِ, in his mystical experience, in his either vision or mukashafa, he saw someone is under Arsh, divine throne, so close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, Ya Rabbi, man hadha alladhi qad adallahu arshuk. My Lord, who is this person that your Arsh has provided shadow for him? What has he been doing? Allah said to Musa, هَذَا كَانَ بَارًّا بِوَالِدَيْهِ وَلَمْ يَمْشِ بِالنَّمِيمَةِ. He was kind to his parents and did not do gossip, was not taking bad news from one person to another person and, spreading, the faults or problems of people and making people fight each other, you know. So kindness to parents, and just be careful about your tongue, makes arsh your shar.